All right, one of the coolest things about working national trade shows such as this is you get a chance to bump into some of your favorite people, your partners, your homeboy from East Coast, New York. I'm holding down the West Coast, my man Richard's holding down the East Coast, and we are here at the Nightclub and Bar Show, which is where you're gonna find the hottest, greatest, coolest gadgets, software, apps, liquors, wines, beers, taps, anything that's hot and cool is launched at this show. And one of the coolest things at this show this year is the Get Preo app, which allows you to order your drink right from your phone in the club. And these guys just launched like not too long ago. They have a strong footprint in the marketplace. And I'm here with Richard right now, the creator, designer, the mastermind behind this app. What's happening, my brother?
What's going on, Steven? Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too. So what's happening in the world of Get Preo? Like you're evolving, and this is cool. So what's happening?
So we're evolving. This is our third year here at the show. First one exhibiting. We've actually seen lots of mobile ordering companies around. If you guys have been walking around, you'll see a whole bunch of them everywhere. When we first started, mostly what we did was we used an iPad-based system for bartenders to tap on an iPad to notify the customers and to get all the orders that are coming in. We realized throughout our years kind of working through the system that didn't work very well. So we actually, our engineering team and our product design team ended up creating a receipt printer that we have a patent pending on now that really eliminates any sort of new behavior change for the bartenders. So really, now what all they need to do is they just need to pull a receipt, read that receipt, and make the drinks. Some of the other bar owners, venue owners that have come over and talked to us today really said that, look, our bartenders, if for someone to serve on the Preo system, all they need to do is know how to pull a receipt and read, which is awesome for us, and then we want to make things as simple as possible for the hospitality industry. That's
awesome. And then the gratuity is already built in, so the bartenders, they're getting tips regardless.
Gratuity is defaulted to about 20%. Really, it's up to the venue and it's up to the bartenders what they actually want that number to look like. What we've seen is that customers will change it sometimes, but really, on average, they get tipped. Our bartenders are getting tipped more than if they were getting tipped in cash.
And this can be used for bottle service as well, correct?
Yeah. So delivery to tables is something that you can do. All you do is instead of selecting which bar you're going to be picking up in, all you do is you select to have the orders delivered to a specific table number. So that works in nightclubs, that works in a restaurant type of setting, lounges where you're hanging out, chilling with your homeboys aside. It even works at a pool kind of setting. All right, you can be hanging out in a cabana, and instead of waiting for one of the wait staff to come by, even though you'll love to look at them, you're here hanging out with the rest of your friends. So you can just place orders from your phone, get another bottle, sometimes people, you have a bottle of tequila or you have a bottle of whiskey. Some of the girls want some champagne or they want something else. All right, so what you do is you just jump on your phone, order whatever everyone else wants, everyone else in your group wants in the crowd, and then you just have bartenders and waitresses just bring it directly to your table.
That's awesome. And this is it's such a cool, convenient thing. You don't have to disrupt your party or your groove or whatever you're doing at the club to stop, go to the bar, order a drink, sit there, stand, you come back, everybody's gone, split, wasted, or whatever. It's a really, really cool, ingenious app. And, as far as working with distributors or breweries or distillers, have you explored working with some actual manufacturers of liquors just to because there might be a company that want to take on this app? What's your game plan in that area?
So the show here has actually been very, very valuable here in just making connections and seeing what brands are looking for in terms of how we can help them, right? For us, we are a consumer-facing point-of-sale system. So really, we influence the consumer, and the customer is actively looking at our application when they're making the decision to purchase. So it's very, very valuable for someone to, let's say, who wants to own the vodka category, right? Instead of someone ordering a Red Bull vodka, you actually want them to call your brand out by name. So that's really what we can do. We can help influence that consumer decision and keep your brand top of mind when the customer is actually making an order. whether it's in the beer category, the wine category, any of the spirits categories. You want customers to order your brand by name, and that's what we can help you do.
How does it work with, say, like a catering company that has the one-day license and they're doing a wedding or an event or a concert? Is this something that can be applied in that scenario too? I know the venues have a full-time bar and staff and bartenders and waitresses, but is it applicable in a catering type of setting with like an open bar or something like that?
So in an open bar type of setting, we've seen this work in fundraisers where there are lots of people, or you're looking at big galas and gatherings. And sometimes you're just not necessarily sure how many or how quickly people are drinking or how many people are mobbing the bar at the same time, right? So what we do is we allow guests to, while they're at their tables or when they're interacting with the other guests, be able to just place their orders to the bartenders. We'll have them ready for them so that when the guest does come up, they can just grab all their drinks. Best part about working with caterers is that guests have their credit cards already stored in the app. So tipping isn't really a problem. Mm-hmm. Normally when you're at a catered event, people are carrying around 20s or 100s, they don't really have singles or fives. So if you don't have that, it's gonna be really hard for them to tip, especially if you're gonna get drinks throughout the entire night. With Preo, you can tip every time, never have to worry about pulling out your wallet, never have to worry about cash, never have to go to the ATM. So it's really a great option for caterers here as well.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, I've been doing some interviews with vendors, but I also been doing kind of like some man on the street and just randomly grabbing people. Yeah. I ran into this woman who manages 2 bars in Austin, Texas. Her name is Jessica. Yeah. And I said, so what are you looking for here at the show? The first thing she said is like, a really optimizable POS system for sales. Yeah. And I said, you need to talk to my man Richard over at Get Preo because you're able to order drinks. Your customer could order drinks right from their phone. And she was like, well, what? She pinged right up like, huh? She's like, I got to talk to this guy. So I gave her your number and I gave you her number. So I don't know if she had a chance to come by yet, but
yeah, we haven't seen her yet today, but we did exchange conversation. So hopefully she'll get to come see us later. And that's really what we're seeing from the other guests who are coming around here as well. They've seen mobile ordering companies in the past. They've seen, pretty much the 6-7 other guys who are here, all with their tablet-based system. But when they look at our receipt printer and they see how simple it is for their wait staff, they realize, oh crap, we don't actually have to train our bartenders anymore. Nothing actually changes. All you do is you pull the receipt, which everyone in hospitality already understands. So that's really where the eyes light up, and that's really where we see is our big competitive advantage, and that's why all the other bar and nightclub owners here should really be coming and talking to us.
That's awesome. Well, I'm real excited to be a part of the program and push the Get Preo app. Where can we reach you online?
You can find us at getpreo.com, GETPREO.com. And my name is Richard, and very much like all the other startups, you can reach me by sending an email to richard@getpreo.
Awesome. And that's how you can do it. This is the PodBrother here at the nightclub and bar show here in Vegas with Richard at Get Preo. So you got to get Preo because it'll make life easy for you, and we can get our drinks on just like that right from the phone.
This is Richard from Get Preo. Stick with the PodBrother.